afternoon, guys and girls. How are y'all doing today? Well, actually, hold on. My bad. It's still morning. Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all are doing good. Happy Wednesday. Man, it's been a hectic last few days. I've made like 2 different videos. I just decided not to post them. My energy just kind of wasn't there. I just wasn't feeling it. So, anyways, y'all. As I always say, just for kind of legal purposes, I guess, I'm not paying attention to the camera. My mirrors happen to be in the same direction, along with my GPS and geotab. So I don't think I'm really looking at the camera. So just in case somebody important sees this, I guess. So, all right, man, the weather's been something this week, right? I left out Monday, picked up a load in Lebanon, Tennessee, not too far from where I live, and took it to McDonough, Georgia. Coming down, once I got into Georgia, I hit some hard rain and storming a little windy, not too bad though. Parked at the Forest Park terminal for the night, and then next morning delivered the load. Delivered to Nestle. I'd be there at 8 a.m. I was there at 7:30. They took 6 hours to unload me. I was there early. Not only did they take 6 hours, they tried telling me that all these pallets are spilt over and whatnot. There was one pallet spilt over. As a matter of fact, it's the first pallet I've ever had spill over driving a truck. And when I was getting loaded in Lebanon, they were supposed to use my load straps, and it was one of those places where they don't really let you inside. They don't really let you out of your truck much. So I didn't they actually tell you to pull forward, and they actually strap they're supposed to strap your load in for you, and they're supposed to seal it up for you. Well, not only did they not strap my load, they took my load straps. That kind of pissed me off, but wasn't nothing I could really do about it, I guess. So yeah, that happened. That sucked because it worked out, and it sucked at the same time because it just so happened that Summit Racing was next door, and they have truck parking. So if you're ever in McDonough, Georgia, you need truck parking, and you're a car or truck guy, Summit Racing's got you covered. So I didn't get to go. Like I said, I was there 6 hours. It did work out because I did get detention pay, so I made a little bit extra money off that load. Had a load I was supposed to pick up at 1:30. I was about 20 minutes late to it because I was there for so long. I was there until just after 1:30. Fortunately, the next load was only a few minutes down the road. Get there, I was there for like 4 hours. Ended up taking like a 30-minute nap. Wake up, it's pouring down rain. And then that's all I saw for like the next 5 hours was just rain. I mean, it rained like hell. I got up towards Atlanta. Of course, you can't go through Atlanta on a rainy day without an accident, or 5. Some fool put their brand new Benz in the fucking median. Oh, that car, not enough common sense. I mean, it poured. It was hailing, it was thundering, it was lightning, the wind was blowing. The wind wasn't too bad, but I was worried I was gonna get my windshield busted. I know another truck driver I talked to got his windshield busted. So, I was fortunate enough not to have that happen. And got up to a Love's, got fuel, and parked for the night. Then I went and dropped the load, and now I'm going to go all the way up to Memphis. I dropped off at Madison, Mississippi. Now I'm heading to Memphis to pick up a load, taking me back to McDonough, Georgia, and then picking up a load there, going to Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to drop that off and head home. That'll have me home early Saturday morning. Matter of fact, might even drop it early because it's just a drop and hook. I'm going to drop the load and pick up an empty. So I might actually drop it off a little early. Mowing season, eh? But I want to talk about a few things. Why do these places, these shippers and receivers, feel the need to just waste our time and not care? Like at Nestle, they were all nice. I can't say they weren't nice, but they just took their sweet ass time. Like, you know, they were definitely getting paid hourly. So I got there at 7:30. I didn't have to be there till 8. Had the one pallet was tipped over, so I wasn't even going to complain, you know, if it took them 2 hours, maybe even 3. I wasn't going to complain. You know, I'm understanding. And it, like, what happened with that is it fell. I didn't use a load strap, so it fell forward towards the door, and about half the thing tipped over. So I had to pick it up, put it back in the trailer once I opened the doors. And then where that one kind of was leaning a little bit, but a good forklift operator could have fixed it. And I know this because I used to drive a forklift. So I'm understanding what they were going to have to do, and I wasn't going to complain. But after about 4.5 hours, I was like, all right, what the hell? So I go in, and dude tells me, yeah, he tries to tell me they're restacking most of the trailer. Which I was able to see back, because they're all loaded like, you know, straight, you know, in double rows all the way back. You had about 4 feet from the last set of pallets to the door. And there was maybe about, they were stacked in together, maybe had an inch in between them, and then about 3 inches on each side. So there wasn't enough tilt to do that. Like I said, the one fell forward, so that one was able to, but the rest couldn't. So he's trying to tell me they had to restack them all. I'm like, I already know that's BS. I kind of called him out on it. He's like, oh, this is what they're telling me, you know. It's like, well, they're lying to you. 1 pallet, maybe 2 if the guy didn't know what he was doing. Which there is a chance of that, given that while I was sitting there, an instructor with a group of orientation students came out and was showing them how to lock and chalk the trailers, and showing them kind of like how the dock lock works on the outside and whatnot. And I got to be the guinea pig. So I don't know if that's what they had unloading my trailer or what, but I took their time. So that was a little aggravating, you know. What took, and apparently another thing is in that 4.5 hours before I finally went in, when I went in there, he said, yeah, well, they've only gotten 13 pallets off the truck. I had 57 in total, so I still had 24 left. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out the logic, why it took that long, because I could have restacked that myself and put it away in that amount of time. I've done this with buckets of soap. I was a forklift operator. So that was kind of aggravating. But that's something that happens. Then in the end, it didn't. I can't complain too much about it because it did give me some extra money. About 4 hours worth of detention pay, and I'm pretty sure it's $20 an hour. Might be 15. Let's just low ball say it's 15. It's $60. So I got down the road, like I said. The day took, you know, and I don't know, I was like maybe 15 minutes late, 15, maybe 20. I'd already notified them, let them know what was going on. They said that wasn't a problem. But it still took 4 hours, and it wasn't even half a trailer. It wasn't even half a trailer. forklift operator, and I'd never sat foot in a truck. I always did my, I remember, going to lunch late and all that, making sure if I was loading or unloading a truck, he or she was taken care of before I went about my personal business. Because I, didn't have a full understanding, but I knew that for them, time was really money, like you had to keep moving to make money. Like I said, didn't understand the full aspect of it like I do now as a truck driver, but I wanted to keep them moving. So before I'd go to lunch, I'd make sure they were loaded or unloaded before I went. Or if I was just gonna, I knew for some reason it was gonna take a while, like we're still trying to pick the order or something, or just whatever the case may be, I'd go out and ask them, hey, you got any certain time you need to be out of here, you need to take a break or something, what you need to do, bud, and I'd try to work with them. That way I knew what I needed to do to get them taken care of in a good timely fashion. So, I just don't think these guys understand, though. Most of these guys. And then again, taking my freaking load straps. Like, come on now. Probably got a barrel or something full of old load straps that they've taken off trucks and not put back on. And that was aggravating. Like I said, it was one of those places, like, before you even go into the facility, before you even go through the gate, you've got to stop and slide your tandems back, and you've got to open your doors. And they let you out of your truck one time to go and grab your paperwork out of the mailbox. The rest of it, you don't get to get out. You pull forward, they close your doors, they seal it up, all that. So, ain't a big deal though. Can't complain. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I get to do. And I am blessed. Another thing I want to talk about. Does anyone remember when COVID first started? Which, by the way, is when I first started driving a truck. It was like right at the very beginning of COVID. And everything was peaceful. Wasn't a lot of traffic. And we were treated as if we were just, I don't know how to really put it. We were treated with greatness. I don't know how to really put this. Like, you remember that? Everybody was, like, stopping what they were doing to cater to truck drivers for that brief moment in time. Like, there was people setting up shops at way stations and rest areas and truck stops, giving food and toiletries and like goodie bags and things that we may need to us, make sure we had what we needed. Because during the pandemic, our government wasn't the one keeping things going, it was us truck drivers. Good times. But what I was getting at with that is, we were treated as, just so greatly, and like we were just with the utmost importance that we kept going, and that we had such an essential service to our country. And I don't mean like we serve our country, because when I hear that term, I like to associate that with the men and women in our military, which I do come from a military family, kind of, sort of, on both sides. Grandpa was in the Air Force, Grandma was in the Navy, my brother's in the Army, and my aunt was a truck driver in the Army. So I like to associate that with, serving our country to the military, but, in a different aspect, we kept the country going, and now we're just back to being those assholes that are in the fucking way. And it's like, did you forget we're still doing the same thing we've been doing? Nothing has really changed. Some of these guys they're so ungrateful. I had a guy come around me the other day in the grass, pulling a frickin' Dale Earnhardt in the grass. Got in front of me, slammed on his brakes. I didn't cut him off. Like, there was like 4 truck lengths between me and him when I moved over. I was moving over, there was a car on the side of the road, like somebody pulled over. Dude got so mad, came around me in the grass and slammed on his brakes. Tried to make me, when I see him come around me, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It was blood on my arm, and it's already started slowing down because I expected him to do something stupid like that. It's like, do you guys not realize we're up to like 80,000 pounds sometimes? I think at that day I was like right around 70,000. But that, like, we can't just stop, and you're gonna end up getting yourself or somebody else, even maybe us, killed. You know, they're gonna do these guys, these four-wheelers out here that just jump in front of us and they cut us off and they slow down, slam on their brakes. They're gonna learn the hard way. They're gonna find a truck driver. They're gonna do this to a truck driver that is either just don't give a shit or isn't being diligent and paying attention to his surroundings, and they're gonna end up dead, or their passenger or somebody around them is gonna end up dead, or they're gonna end up seriously hurt and be all messed up for the rest of their life. And real quick, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. Like, I'm not going to be that person. Like I said, when that happened to me, the other day, I was diligent. I was watching what was going on. So I already expected him to, do something stupid like that. So I started slowing down. But they're going to come up on some old grumpy truck driver, just don't give a shit no more. Or somebody who just ain't paying attention. They're going to get hurt. Or killed. We're not toys. Get some common sense, people. It's wild. I don't know, I just thought I'd talk. Like I said, I'm driving up to Memphis. Got about an hour and a half left till I get there. Picking up this load, I'm gonna have to shut down for the day. Thought I did a split reset. I guess I didn't do something right. I think I actually ended up doing a split reset yesterday, so I can't do one now. And I'll have to pick up this load. Luckily, it's a preloaded trailer, and then shut down the road from there, and then hook it out and deliver the load tomorrow. So it'll be all right. I ain't trying to complain about nothing. Like I said, I'm very grateful and thankful for what I have. And, I remember when this was all a dream. All of this. Whole thing. Not only being a truck driver, but having my own truck, being leased onto a company, running the load board, all that. Picking, being my own boss, everything. I remember when this was all a dream. So I'm very grateful, very thankful. And like I said, not trying to bitch or complain about nothing. But I can't give y'all the good stuff and not give y'all the bad. Or just tell y'all what it's really like, So I don't know who all watches my videos. I know I'm starting to kind of get up there in the amount of people that watch them and subscribe and all that, which I greatly appreciate. But, I don't know if I got people who are thinking about becoming a truck driver on here, or people who are thinking about coming to USA, or maybe going owner op or what. So I can't give the good and not give, some of the downfall as well. I can't say it's bad necessarily. It's the inconveniences you're going to honestly deal with in truck driving. So I just got to put it all out there, if I'm going to do this. So I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all would, like, share, subscribe, tell me to shut up, something. But I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all be safe out there. And watch out for this weather. It's been pretty wild, and I guess it ain't over. We're just now getting into tornado season, so. Y'all take it easy, and I'll coach y'all next time. Have a great day, y'all. Peace out.